Okay, so we're looking at the long pattern here. Now remember, our old friend the S3AXL, because I just put the A there because there it is, it starts on the A. If I had an S3RXL, it would be starting on the R. I don't say we're starting on the E because it's not a full string shape. So we have the X3RXL starts on the R. S2AXL starts A and just goes up one string per pattern. Okay, that kind of thing. So this is our buddy here, the S3AXL, and people who have seen my videos before have seen where this comes about, how we put that pattern together, not just found it and started playing it. But I did that to some extent too. I was like, whoa, here's three whole notes. I can play this. This is easy. Okay, so my guitar is falling apart. I hope you can hear it, but that wasn't critical. The basic X3XL A shape is this way. It's 5/6 root 2 3 5/6. Remember, the purpose of this lesson is to learn pentatonic long patterns and how to play them. I can play the pentatonic short patterns. You should be able to do it too if you were watching the videos up to this lesson, which is like the 100th lesson or something like that. But or I'm not sure how many lessons there are. Maybe there's 150. I don't know. So there are various lengths though. This is the basic pattern here that we're going to learn today. It's derived from the S3XL here. So it's essentially 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to be adding to that on top of it. That 6 goes to 7. So I line them up. 7 root 2. This is the S4E. It's called E because the E string shape is on the bottom. This is the E string shape. There's no other scale number combination that is the E string shape. It's 7 root 2. That would be the bottom string in the E cage in the tripentatonic short pattern. The short pattern, here's an E, and we could do it in G. So here's an E shaped G. This would be the E string shape. Okay, and we just play that S4E would get us up the diatonic of that key of G E-shaped pattern, but we don't have that I don't have that pattern on the board right now. So we end up with the top of that is a D-shaped pattern. Fifth of D is the G-shaped pattern. That ain't it. Like that, we're gonna take it into, let's see, we got our D-shaped pattern. The fifth of D is the A-shaped pattern. Sorry about that. And then fifth of A is the E-shaped pattern once again. Alright, so that's your S4L. Sorry I messed up the top two strings there. I could have done it up on C where I have better note view, but I didn't because it's harder to actually see what's going on. So I wrote it right here. This is it in writing. These are the basic patterns. And what we can do, and what that means is these are the patterns that are going to be put through the tuning warp. So these are in P4. These are in P4 tuning, just like these are P4 tuning. So if we played that 5, 6, 7 on the top three strings, let's find a nice G up here. Here's a G. So if we played that 5, 6, 7, we'd have to warp up that root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did you see how I did that? I went from here to this C to this C. So these patterns have to warp through the tuning warp between the third and second string from the top. Alright, so keep in mind that the root long patterns, long patterns, whatever they are, pattern parts. Because we're not going to get all the way up the fretboard with just this. Of course, we could do that if we wanted to just start the pattern over again from the 5, 6. At that point, we could go, like. And just do that all the way up. You can do that. As long as the pattern plays, as long as the pattern counts. So that would be like doing this. This is just a little trivia. It's easy. So since it's not, but it's not really part of the lesson. It's just something that I want to let people know. If you wanted to just take this pattern and run with it, ignoring this part up here right now. We don't want to get confused. We can't afford to get confused. Just in case. You can play that, and you can do a pentatonic like that. You could start on the R. Let's say you want to play in the key of E there. You start on the R. It'd be root 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay, and then, oh, wait a minute. No, I made a mistake there. Okay, I put it on top. But we have to have the connecting 5, 6 there. Okay, so this is going to be right like this. Okay, put the letters in there. So it's kind of like, it's easy to see that one even though it's not lined up. So it would be, if you want to do like an E pentatonic, it would start from the root because the E string shape is 7 root 2. So it would go 5, 6, it will go root 2, 3, 5, 6, root 2, 3, 5, 6, like that. Okay. Now we gotta hit the tuning warp. I probably could do it better from like way up here or something. Like you go in the key of C, it would go like root 2, 3, 5, 6, root 2, 3, 5, 6. Just keep doing that. And then go back to the root 2, 3 thing, but warp it up. Okay, so that's just a little, on the fly stuff. You can play this pattern and run with it. You can take the pattern and just play it like that if you want to, as long as you know what you're doing. It takes you out of the playing cages. Now keep in mind these are long cages here, so they're going to transgress or whatever it is. Almost two short patterns. So you got a lot of playing there. But this is the basic pattern. That means this pattern can be used to formulate the other patterns. Now, how are we going to do that? And I'm going to make it easy. So if we go to the 4th, we're going to end up with something shaped